It's also the 1st of August, so happy August. Happy new month. I got our friend, 2Cap, Thomas Fahey. He is up and live. He's doing some really smooth burpees. He did a 1 pump. See if he's going to stick with 1 pumps. Seems that way. Hope everyone is having a good day. It looks like it might rain. It was hot today, got up in the 90s again, but still not as bad as, I guess about a little over a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. We had 100-degree temperatures and high humidity. It was pretty, this isn't a technical term, it was pretty yucky out. So even if it gets up to 91 or 92, it doesn't feel so bad compared to that. Our friend William is here. Well, let's see. Let me bring up my desktop. William said, he says hello, and then I have made it nearly on time for a change. Things don't get started until William shows up. Our friend Kay is here. Bringing up my desktop, it's easier to see, easier for me to read. Old eyes. Kay says, hey Yogi and chat, hope everyone is well. Thank you, Kay. How are you? Roy says it's quite muggy out. It rained pretty hard last night. Encroaching high 90s now. Yeah, I think like about 92, 93 here. He's here. He says, good evening, Eric, and good evening all. Lee, how are you? Okay, says hello to Lee. William says, welcome, Kay. How you doing today? I hope your day is going well. Kay says, kettlebell swings this month, Yogi. Awesome. If you guys don't know, Kay Renee's Garden and Fitness. Kay Renee Garden and Fitness Enthusiast. Every month, she has a new challenge, goal, new exercise. It's not always a challenge, but it's always something. And it's always new, and it is always fun to watch. This month, it's kettlebell swings. It was in April, was burpee month, and we got to take a journey with Kay as she went from just a few burpees. I think she started with 10, and she kept working up. What was the final count, Kay? Was it 50 plus? Want to say 100. Everyone says, welcome, Lee. Good to see you again. So I hope everyone's connected with our friend Kay. Joe Delaney is here. Joe says, hello to Yogi. That's me. Let's head on over to Joe's channel real quick. Sometimes when I go and I check out someone's channel, I'm surprised that there are some videos that I haven't seen, which means that for whatever reason, even though I have, subscribed and I get the notifications, I'm not getting notifications. So it's always good to check. If you're not seeing someone that you're used to seeing something from, chances are they're still putting out something, and for whatever reason, YouTube is skipping them. Joe says for everyone in chat. Lee says, Yogi, myself and my 2 boys are joining a hotel Wednesday for swim and gym. We will utilize the summer holidays to get a little healthier and all work out together. That's awesome. Nice, Lee. How old are your 2 boys? Excuse me, guys. Lisa, say to Joe. Joe's going to check out K Renee's channel. I'll be back. Nice. Joe, are you subscribed to K? Kay, how's the garden going? Lee says 11 and 13. Eric, lots of energy. Yeah, I bet. It's a good age. Still kids, but you can do more with them. Like working out. I'm going to drop a quick link. As I mentioned at the beginning, I don't know if anyone heard me, our friend Tommy Two Pump is doing a live stream. He's getting his reps in. As well, this is our friend Joe Delaney's link. One more stop. And this is our friend Kay's link. Might not work for everyone. I've been told this doesn't seem to apply across the board, that for some people, if you drop a link from a desktop, only people on a desktop can open it. Others have said they've been able to open it on their phone. So I don't know. I don't know how it works. And that's a blanket statement that includes all of technology. B says he's subbed to Kay's garden. Your tomatoes look very yummy. Nice. Okay, and that is coming from a professional chef who I'm sure knows his way around a tomato. It never quite, to reveal my own unique weirdness, never quite could get into tomatoes. Tomato sauce, as long as they don't have big chunks of tomato that make me think of tomatoes, I don't know why. Kay says, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Lee says, and I subbed to Joe too. Nice. William's here. William says, hey, Yogi, and everyone in chat. William, how are you? For those who don't know, and by now everyone should know, our friend William he lives in Phoenix, but right now he's in the White Mountains. And we got some new shorts up from William. His last ones were awesome. These are shorts taken up in the White Mountains. We got aspen trees, sunsets. We got elk. The new ones, we got some mountain rain. We got chicken steak fajitas on a griddle grill. And we got another, that looks like a fir. Doesn't look like an aspen, looks like a fir. I'm going to check them out after the live stream. Sabine's here. Sabine, how are you? Kay says, I love tomatoes for sauces, soups, and salads. Sabine, how are you? William says he's doing great. William is at 726 subs. Jace is here. Afternoon all. Walking with Zena. Nice. Man, I was watching Jace do a walk with Xena up on the wall. Dog just is incredibly smart. Just also a sign of a good trainer. Sabine says, hi, Yogi Eric, and all the chat. Hope you all are doing fine. Thank you, Sabine. How are you? Oh, she says she's fine. I think I already asked that, right? I'm doing pretty good today. I spent some time, did a short little video clip of a beautiful yellow butterfly at a pollinating plant, as well as a green heron. Green herons might be my favorite heron, although there's such a thing as a night heron, which I haven't seen. Every time I'm out in the morning when it's still dark, though, I look for it. I look for one. But green herons are, we all recognize a great blue heron, the long neck, the long legs. But a green heron is only, let me get my hands up, it's only about that big until it expands its neck. And then it's like that big. It's an amazing thing to watch. Oh, so I was mentioning William Bounty, 726 subscribers. Wasn't that long ago. He was like 4 something, in the low 4s. Might even have been in the 3s. And he was talking about his goal was to reach 500 to show his kids that an old guy could do it too. And now he's at 726 with a new goal of 1K by 1/1/25. So if you guys aren't subscribed, definitely subscribe. 1, help him hit his goal. 2, he's got a great channel. From just some really laid back live streams to working out in the garage with William. As well, we got some great shorts. He says, now in the USA, what is a lifesaver's drink? I saw it mentioned in a film by actor John Candy. I have never, I've never heard of it. Never heard of lifesaver drink. I like John Candy though. It was very sad when he passed away. John Candy, there's certain actors who are always the best thing in whatever movie they're in. The movie could be horrible, but it's worth seeing if it has certain actors. John Candy was one of those actors. Always the best thing in even the worst movie. Bill Murray is like that. I was talking about that with Mocha just yesterday. Jay says, Leah, you okay? Lee's been at the beach all day, just got home. Nice way to spend the day. Hey Lee, how far are you from the beach? Leo's here. Leo says, much love, Brother Yogi. Hope you're doing well, sir. I am, Leo. How are you? How are you feeling? Leo was coming off a rest week, recovery week. Then he was hit with the flu. Didn't miss a step, though. You make some changes. You got to make some changes. You got to make some concessions, which he did. But nonetheless, still getting a good workout, sweating everything out of his system. William says, sorry, Yogi, I jumped to 2 caps. That's okay. The time that you were gone, I was praising your channel. William says he just finished his 100 burpees, and his son is joining his workout now. Awesome. I have him up. on another, so I can get some support in for him as well. Thomas is the one that inspired the 2 Pump Tuesday. Rose says, so Jace, another great live this morning. Thank you. I like the intensity towards the end. Lee says, 3 miles from the beach. Nice. And we walk it along the cliffs. And I got the bus back, and we were too hot. It was lovely and cool on the bus. I bet. Hey, if you ever decide to post some extra content on your channel, man, I'd love to see the English beach. Leo says, what's up, brother Jace? Much love. Where says, hello, Mr. Williams. Glad you made it. I am too. Williams says, Kay, I agree about your produce. Looks delicious. Man, I love those garden channels. Always amazed. Again, YouTube, some people aren't always pleased with YouTube. But what a great opportunity for someone with a passion to share, put it out there for whatever reason. Do you just want to reach people and share the things that you're passionate about, start a community or be part of a community? Do you want to monetize and make a little extra money, or for some people, a lot of extra money? Share your art. And honestly, when you watch someone like Kay, when you watch someone like Odom, when you watch someone like Micro Farmer, you're really seeing an earth artist, someone that's using the earth as their medium. The same with when you watch some of the burpee greats, when you watch Leo Said So, when you watch Burpee Reaper, you're seeing people who are using their bodies as a medium, artistic, spiritual, physical expression, including our friend Jace. He says, Jace advised me to try and create a channel, something, is that Annie and the children can do together? Oh, me and the children can do together. Maybe that's an idea, beaches and walks. That is a good idea. I agree with Jace about having a channel, and there's so much you can do with it, especially as a chef. You always ask very, very deep, meaningful questions, a lot of spiritual questions, exploring that as well. In a way, I think almost everyone should have a YouTube channel. Just a way to highlight and showcase the stuff that you do. William says, I really want to get into cultivation. I feel the symbolic nature between growing and living life are almost essential. I agree. This is why, in almost every religion, gardens are used as a metaphor. One of my favorite being from Rumi, and I'll read that in a minute. I want to make sure that I don't want to start Googling and quoting until I'm absolutely sure that I am caught up in the chat. Lee says, William, I like that notion. Hey, you know what, Lee, do you have a garden? I'm sure there's a channel. I haven't seen one. From garden to kitchen. Cooking right with the stuff that you get from your garden. Reaper says, I've heard of those 3 warriors you mentioned, Eric. Uh, they're top tier. They are best of the best. No doubt about it. Now, I didn't intentionally leave anyone out, but I feel bad because I most certainly should have mentioned our friend Jacob. But really, man, who could you leave off that list? Look at what our friend Eric Lapointe did in such a short time. He went from 0 burpees to psycho style burpees, like they're psycho style Navy SEALs with a goat. Name one other person who's ever done that, or even thought about, hey, I'm gonna do my burpees with a goat. William says, anything you can do now to build a relationship and memories doing things with kids is a huge, prolonged and lasting impact. Absolutely, William. Nicely said. Joe says, okay, thank you for suggesting Kay Renee's Garden. Love it. Awesome. Gardening, fresh produce, and fitness. You can't go wrong with that. As well, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Joe Delaney. Inspirational, an inspirational figure. Not to mention, just a good person. Jo herself is on a mission. Not just inspire and motivate, that's a big part of it, but to heal, and more importantly, to show other people how they can heal. A lot of people put their stories out, you know, I did this, I did that, which is great. And it is inspiring and it is motivating. But how did you get from there to there? And how did you stay that way? They don't always show that in the, like the TV Biggest Losers and shows like that, because a lot of people gain their weight back. And in the chat, Joe and I have talked about this before. Unless you are going deep within, unless you are addressing the cause, not the effect. Every diet is an effect. You're addressing the effect. Every workout program, you're addressing the effect. But unless you go to the cause, and whatever that cause is for you, then no meaningful changes are ever going to happen. And once you get to that cause, the only way you're going to fix it is to forgive it, is to love your way through it. If you don't figure out how to love your way through anything, and that's just simply seeing reality as love is our essence. But unless you learn to do that, then no change is ever truly going to be lasting, because you're always going to carry that almost unbearable unhappiness of not being healed, of not feeling whole, complete. All right, let me catch up, guys. I apologize, I'm going to fall behind. Ruth says, there is Lewis. Welcome, friend. Glad you made it. Joe says, I'm going to start my own above ground garden sooner or later. I'm so intrigued to learn, but I can't even keep an indoor fan alive, so I'm not going to jump into it too fast. I think the above ground might be the way to go for a lot of people, but definitely seek the advice of Kay, Micro Farmer, as well as Odom. I don't know. I'll have to ask Odom next time he comes in. I don't know if I've seen a whole lot of above ground stuff, but I know Kay and Micro Farmer both do so. Not exclusively. Sabina's saying hello to Jace, William, and Lee. William says there are quite a few. There is seeming a large focus on healthier whole foods or home garden meals that are easy and cheap for the family, but done by a professional chef, showing, man, how fancy can you make something straight from the garden. That'd be pretty awesome. Runner Boys here says, had my cup full of kale today, but brought the wrong one It is a peppery one. That must have been a surprise. I had my kale as well. Kale, broccoli, lentils, potato, and brown rice. Everything cooked in the Instant Pot, except for kale and broccoli lightly steamed. Reaper says, okay, guys, I'm up. Eric, YouTube family. So you're up. You're going to hit your reps. Is it that time for the Burpee Reaper? We're going to find out. $11 a.m. So it's coming up, guys. I think everyone knew, because when the Burpee Reaper is getting ready to do reps, there's a shift in the atmosphere. You feel the earth tilt in a certain direction. The sun rises just a little bit higher. There's a complete hush over the entire world. And then the reps start. Lee says, Runner Boy, I love kill. Me too. It's a daily thing. Reaper says he needs a bull to up the point. I think that might be the only way. A kangaroo might do it. I don't know. I think you need to get out of the 4 hooves. And I'm thinking bear. I'm thinking some type of bear. Anyone can do burpees with a goat. How many people can do burpees with a grizzly bear? Lee says, Joe, I say you'll be fantastic at it. It sounds very intriguing. Thanks for that encouragement, Lee. Sabine says, she's sorry, I was just getting my laundry. Delaney says, thank you, Yogi. You're welcome. And thank you for that message, Joe, for putting it out there. Roy says, Joe Delaney, if you're open to suggestions, there is a very famous no-till gardener who posts Charles Dowding, I believe, but I may have that wrong. Let me Google. Good suggestion from William. Maybe lemon and salt with a peppery kale. I do not add salt to anything. I figured most of my food probably has just enough natural sodium to get me by. Roy says Mr. Williams was up here earlier. Yep, he keeps going back and forth. Red Flag says, nice hearing. Thanks, I appreciate that. I've had my ear pierced since 1981 when I was a very, very short period of time a punk rock wannabe. A punk rocker wannabe. I knew I'd get that out. Did not last long. Because in my heart, I was more of a hippie than a punk rocker. I liked punk rock, and I liked it back then. But, man, the Grateful Dead from an early age had my heart. Jay says, Red Flag, are you okay? Talk to me, buddy. What did I miss? Let's see, Red Flag that says I'm too old for that look. Well, I grew into that look. You know, I had it. I've continuously had an earring since I was 81. I was 16 years old. So, hey, it's just me, you know? He says, let it go. Isn't it enough that I let my hair go? Must I let everything go? I was going to say, of course, Morgan Freeman and um, Harrison Ford got their ears pierced in their 70s, but I got to admit, I am no Morgan Freeman and I am no Harrison Ford. Everyone's got a point, though. Jay says, what do we want? We want Reaper. When do we want him? In 3 minutes. Absolutely. William says, red flag, do you get tired of harboring all that unkindness? Well, I never know the spirit of something in which it is offered, and I'll be honest with you, it never matters in the spirit of which it was offered, because all that matters is how I take it, not how someone gives it. There might come a day when I look in the mirror and I'm like, wow, that guy red flag, he was on the money. I don't see it, because to be honest with you, I don't think about it. I've had an earring in my ear since I was 16. It might have been 15. Not the same one, but it's just been there, you know? For me, it's like glasses. Someone say, give up the glasses, they make you look smart. Give up the glasses, they make you look bald. So, it is what it is. William says, you deserve to treat yourself better. That's a very telling post from our friend William. You deserve to treat yourself better, because kindness is never about the person that you think it's about, or unkindness isn't. It's always about you. And as William was saying, it's always sad to carry that around and feel that the only way that you can actually put it out there is anonymously on YouTube or social media. Excellent point, William. Kay says, please abide by the guidelines of this channel. Please respect the host and chat. Thank you. Thank you, Kay. Jace says, Runaway engagement is far better than ignorance. Discussion is always positive. I agree with Jace. The only time I really will get rid of, what's the word I'm looking for? Get rid of a comment or a person is when they're attacking a friend. If someone came in here and attacked any one of you, definitely get rid of it. If someone comes in and attacks me, as Jace was saying, you get to talk about it. I could do a poll and put it up there. Is Yogi too old for an earring? Discuss. And if I am, at what age? At what age are you too old? At what age are you too old for anything? I didn't start ultra running until I was 45. I didn't finish my first 100-mile race until I was 50. I finished my second one when I was 51. Many people might have said, man, you're too old to start ultra running. Never. I got a friend who has done 100-mile races in his 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and now 70s. And I have no doubt that he will do another one in his 80s. I was going to also mention Keith Richards. But man, who's cooler than Keith Richards? So I have these unfair comparisons. William says, I wanted to, let's see, I'm sorry, let me get back here. William says, agree, Kay and Jace, thank you both. Kay says, no problem, William. William says, I wanted to, but the ear I wanted was sold, it was a flag detonating a gay orientation, and was shamed away from what I thought I would enjoy. Now I am impartial. Exactly. It is what it is now. Joe says, I have to get on a call at work, guys. I'm glad I caught y'all. I hope you have a great day. I'll check with you later, Yogi. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Lee says, nice to see you, Joe. Have a nice day. Tara's here. Tara, how are you? Jay says, Tara, hey, lovely. How are you? William says, take care, Joe. I have Charles' channel. I will try to share to you later. He has a lot of helpful gardening. Nice. No dig gardening. No dig. I like the way that sounds. I should definitely share that with Mocha as well. She loves gardening, but she swears she has a black thumb. can't grow anything. I think it's just a matter of, I don't know, learning the best ways to do it. Not that she didn't learn. I don't know. I'll let the gardening people figure that one out and maybe offer us some information. Kay says, that's awesome, Yogi. Yeah, you're absolutely never too old to do anything that you want to do. You're never too old to look the way you want to look. If someone says, would someone ever say to an overweight person, you're too old to lose weight? What's the point of trying to look good at 60, 70? Let people be who they want to be, how they want to be, whatever they want to be, in whatever way they want to be. And better yet, encourage people to do so. Because guess what? I'm 59. Sooner or later, if you guys are fortunate, everyone's going to be 59. And when you're 59, guys, I hope that you are happy. And I hope that you are absolutely 100% free to express yourself any way you want to. Roy says, oops, read that. Roy says, hello, Tara, and dang, in his 70s, impressive. He was the first person to ever do what's called the Grand Slam of ultra running, which is at the time, the 4 big ones in the course of a summer. 4 100 miles, all of them tough, Western States being one of them. And he was the first one to do it. And he lives in Columbia, Maryland, not a mountain in sight. He was a big inspiration for me when I started doing ultra running. Roy says, I know plenty of people deemed older that still do like 100 miles cycle races. It is beautiful to see that people are still enjoying what they can. Exactly. Okay, so that's right, Yogi. So you know what? Even at 59, life is short. I'm not getting any younger. If I didn't have my ear pierced, and let's say I'm 59, and I said, you know what? Always wanted to have my ear pierced. I never had the courage to do it. How tragic would it be that I just didn't do something that I thought would make me smile, make me happier? But hey, it's just an earring. As long as you don't tell me that I'm too old to get another tattoo, that would be a deal breaker. I will be getting I'm going to get a tattoo on my deathbed. And it's going to say RIP, tattooed somewhere on my body. It has been a few years since I've gotten my last tattoo. Funny, when Mocha and I first started dating, I took her for her first tattoo, and now she has quite a few more tattoos than I do. I think I might have nine-ish, somewhere around there. Nothing big. Just hopefully artfully arranged around my body. Jay says, it's simple. Just be the happiest and healthiest person you can. Absolutely. Jace just, in a very short, pithy statement, deciphered the meaning of the universe right there. Kay says, I agree. Live and let live. Absolutely. Roy says, speaking of Mocha, how is she today? Doing good today. Little busy. She's got a lot of errands to run. She's got to go to the eye doctor. She's got new glasses. Mocha's got impeccable taste, so it's going to be some good looking glasses. Thanks for asking, William. Jay says, I have a confession. I bought a 12-pack of beer. Desperados. Lewis planted the seed. It's all his fault. I'm sure Lewis would take the blame. I heard him mention, I hear him mention that frequently. I just checked to see if he is live yet. Now it's saying live in 45 minutes. $12-pack of beer in the sun for Jace. But you know what? Jace puts the work in. He burns those calories right off. William says, I can never say never. I had that brand of beer. Never even heard of it. I typically don't like their taste. I like sours of ciders. The last beer I had was a Rolling Rock, which was my beer of choice. Rolling Rock and a shot of tequila. I had not known it was going to be my very last drink. Weird. Very weird when I think about that now. That I had that shot. I even had a shot for the road. Tequila, beer. I had an experience after those drinks. I've talked about it before. Um, I'll talk about it again, but I won't right now. Um, let's just say I was given an opportunity to view my life in both directions and given an option. Did I want my life to keep going where it was, which would have been short term because I wouldn't have survived very long. And at the same time, I might have hurt other people. Or did I want a brand new life? For whatever reason, I decided a brand new life. And I never had a drink again. It's just weird thinking the last of anything. There was a time, this was in Bill Watterson's Calvin and Hobbes, that at one time, there was the very last time that you ever hung out with all of your childhood friends at once. But we never know, did we remember when that day was? It's just kind of sad and sobering to think about. Let's see. William says, now I'm curious too, Jace. Lee says, my biggest irritation is that settings and ignorance and people taking a dislike to a name on a screen. And that's why I enjoy chatting in here. It's more intimate and every comment is respected. Thank you for that, Lee. And we try. I can't say, we don't get trolls. I do my best not to see anyone as a troll. We had people come in for a short period of time and attack a really good friend, and that's when you step up and you just instantly ban them. If you're attacking someone like that for no reason other than your own agenda of holding a justification, what a, pardon my language, what a piss poor justification to carry that around with you and project it on someone else and feel justified to do so. There are no justified resentments. None. Not because someone didn't do something that you don't like or anything like that, because you're the one who has to carry that with you. It's poison. It is like an example would be like drinking poison to get revenge on someone else. That you drink the poison and you're hoping it's going to affect someone else. It doesn't. A grievance, a resentment, none of it ever affects that person, but it certainly does affect you. You might think, well, I'm getting them upset, I'm getting them mad. That's just buttons being pushed. But you're the one who has to carry that hatred, that unkindness in your system every single day. And you got to remind yourself, oh yeah, I hate this person. Oh yeah, I have a grievance or resentment. And you could just as easily forget it. You have to reintroduce that thought every single day and experience all that stuff. This is why the Buddha said you are not punished for your anger, you are punished by your anger. Anger itself is a punishment. That's karma. Your blood pressure goes up, tension, it affects your vision. All right, where am I? Kay says, sorry, I'm falling behind. Our friend Jacob is here, I see, dropping links as Jacob does. I can almost guarantee you, speaking of Jacob, that he doesn't carry resentments or grievances in his heart. He is here to help people. Kay says, I try to ignore negative comments. We all know misery loves company. This is true. People have to learn to let go of that monogamous relationship they have with misery. Man, what a great comment. Okay. Love that. Be happy and allow others to the same. Absolutely. That was beautiful all the way through. Um, but about relationships, that's so key. The relationship that we have with grievance, with resentment, with hatred, with prejudice. We were talking about this with William, the author Brian Katie, and she has a 4-point inquiry, and she just will ask people, who would you be without that thought? If you were to ask a racist, who would you be without that racist thought? If it just didn't exist, who would you be? And if that person is honest and open and really dives deep into that experiment, you literally see their heart melt. You literally see their entire life change in a moment. Without that thought, I'd be free. I wouldn't hate anyone. It wouldn't carry that hatred. I wouldn't carry that poison in my system. I would be a completely different person and yet the same at the very same time. I'd be me, but a different me. It'd be a more loving, a kinder, a more compassionate, more empathetic me. And even if you don't know what all that stuff is, if you let go of that thought, you experience it instantly and your life is transformed. We always think of healing as physical, sometimes emotional, but healing can take place in an instant, curing us of the relationship that Kay was talking about. I'm going to use that often, and every time I use it, I'm going to credit our great friend Kay Renee's Garden. Our friend Walking with Goldie here is here. She says, hi there, lovely people. Hi there, lovely Goldie. Goldie spent the day at the beach or at the pool yesterday. I heard Goldie say once that she was like 12 hours from the beach. So it had to be the pool. Lee said he agreed wholeheartedly with Kay. As does William. Says thank you. All right, I'm not too far behind. Our friend Jacob has dropped some great channels. Cody says at work, Lee, I'm wondering how long I'll be able to type before I get flooded with orders. Is this a 10-hour day or a 12-hour day? Man, look at all the work Jacobs has put in a short period of time. Kay says, I agree. Yogi? And just like that, I'm all caught up. It's a 12-hour day. Well, we will help you through it for a little while longer. And then I'm going to seed the interwebs to our friend, the Burpee Reaper, so we can all spend some time cheering him on rep by rep. I'm just bringing Joe Delaney's channel back up. It's 543 subscribers. Our friend 2Cap is still putting in the reps. Thomas has the best warm-ups of any burpee practitioner because he incorporates his Qigong and Tai Chi and other martial arts into it. As well, his reps are measured, precise, and perfect. Every single rep. There's like no extra movement that doesn't need to be there. So I wanted to check in with him. And I'm looking at Kay. Kay was on the bike today. I missed your bike ride. I actually haven't made it to a bike ride in a couple mornings. I'm going to have to make amends for that. Kay, where was the bike ride located today? Kay has made me want to get a Peloton. What I'd really love to get, and I've been saying this for 20 years, if Moko was here, she'd be like, why don't you just get one? I've been listening to this for 20 plus years. I'd love to get a Concept 2 rowing machine because I'm not a competitive person, but I'd like to compete, if that makes sense. Um, Embracing that paradox. This is going to teach me for asking questions. Joe went to two places that I cannot pronounce. But I believe, Montenegro. How close did I come? Village called um, Lapatini. How'd I do? Okay, says I would love to have a row machine, especially the Concept 2s, because you can do online competition with other people. And again, it's not like I'm trying to beat anyone. I love the spirit of friendly competition where you want the other person to do well so it pushes you. And if you win, awesome. If you don't win, awesome. Cuban Crisis is here. It says, peace everyone. Cuban, how are you? Haven't seen a live stream in a couple days. Did I just miss it, or nope, I did miss one. I did miss two. Sorry about that. Cuban Crisis is a thinking channel. You don't have to agree or even disagree. Go in with an open mind and see what he presents. And it will definitely give you a moment of pause. I hadn't considered this before. Different way of thinking. It opens up, man, it opens up everything. Cuban says, peace everyone. Peace to you, my friend. Cuban says, I pray everyone is well. Thank you. I hope you are as well. Cuban Crisis says he's maintaining. Okay, says, yes, sir, I agree. It's the same in the burpee community. You see someone get 100 reps of something and you think, I wonder if I can do that. It's not really a competition. It's not really a challenge. It's more curiosity. Can I do it? And can doing it side by side with someone else help me get there? I was never really a competitive person in my ultra running days unless I saw someone about to pass me in my age group. If you were older, go on by. If you were younger, go on by. If it was a girl, go on by. If it was someone in my age group, you're not going to go by. Not without a little bit of a battle. But that was in the early years. Cuban Crisis says, he's laughing. Yes, it is super thought. These are things I show I don't 100% agree with. I'd like to address the elephant in the room, if you will. And you certainly do. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the content that you put out. And I agree with you. I don't 100% agree with anything or everything that you've offered, but at the very least, again, it opens me up to another view. So I hope you guys check them out. And if you do so, again, go in, with an open mind that, as he just said, he's not 100% endorsing everything. He's just addressing the elephant in the room. Our friend CDP is here, says, I wish you all the very best in life. Keep that forward motion going. Thank you, my friend. This is what CDP does. Does not come by to ask for subscribers. He does not come by to um, put out anything other than absolute 100% unconditional love. And like a phantom, he vanishes afterwards. Comes in, he drops that love bomb, and then he's out. Sometimes we'll hang out for a few minutes, which I always appreciate. But most importantly, I appreciate the fact that there's someone in the world, there's someone on the interwebs, there's someone in the YouTube sphere who is just doing that. Out of the blue, decided, here's my thing. I want to be kind. Here's my thing. I want to be compassionate. What a big contrast to some other things that we're sometimes presented with. One of the ways, talking of our friend above with the earring, one of the ways to approach anything like that is from the yogic perspective of what they call the 5 kleshas, or the 5 afflictions of the mind. Everyone is projecting the filters. We're seeing life through the filters that we have for whatever reason why we have them. All the things we've inherited from our parents, all the things that we've read, teachers, media, and from a yogic perspective, past lives. All of it carried forward. We are seeing life through those filters. So we're always reacting, always reacting. Our outer world is shaped by the inner world. So does it make any sense, my filters, to argue against someone else's filters? Or does it make sense to turn inwards and ask, what are my filters? How am I interpreting everything that I see? And is there a different way to see the world? Can I see the world through the lens of CDP and go across YouTube and just offer love, channel by channel by channel? Because you have that option. We all do. And then why stop there? Go into a supermarket and just blast out love straight from the heart center. It's the whole nature of the yogic salutation, namaste. The light, the love, the divinity within me salutes the light, the love, or the divinity within you. This is why, again, in the Vedic tradition, I learned about this in 1993. Deepak Chopra's The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Every day, in as many situations as you can, and that would be every situation, give a gift. It could be a physical gift. It could be a card. It could be a note. It could be a flower. As often as possible, I try to catch a leaf in the air as it's falling, and I present it with Mocha to love, and she always looks at me and says, why are you giving me a leaf again? But that entire conversation is done through love. I give the leaf in love, and Mocha rejects it with a smile, laughing, with love. That's our thing. That's our way. That's a gift we give to each other. Although she will never give me a high five, which is often discussed on the channel. The absence of a high five in an almost 23-year relationship. Even after a 100-mile race. But we can also give the gift of a kind word. We can also give the gift of a kind thought, or hold the door open for someone, or whatever. But it could honestly just be namaste, or I love you. Or we could send out metta. Metta is the Buddhist loving kindness meditation, where we offer the world, may you be happy, may you be at peace, may you be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. Or a phrase that works better for you. I've described the actual meditation technique before, and if anyone ever wants to know it, I'll explain it again. Just let me know. You start with yourself, and then you move outwards. The hardest part is when you get to the person that you dislike the most. If you're political, think about that political opponent. Think about the politician that you absolutely can't stand, no matter which side of the aisle you're on. And can you work with loving kindness? Can you picture them as a child and say, may you be happy, may you be at peace, may you be free from suffering and the cause of suffering, and watch your inner life transform. And you just start beaming that out to everyone. It's a wonderful way to go through life. Our friend CDP, he's beaming that love out, guys. Okay, says CDP, hello there. I absolutely love when I give a long spiel, go off in a tangent, and I don't fall behind. I appreciate that, guys. Greg Dayton is here. Greg, it's been a bit. I've been thinking about you. Greg says, hello, sister Goldie. Hope you're well. 36 days till my big 70. Man, when we met Greg, it was over 70. Over 70 days until his 70th birthday. Now we're at 36. Just over a month, guys. I'm going to have a virtual party for Greg Dayton. Well, says, hi there, Greg. Always a pleasure to see you. It is always a pleasure to see our friend Greg. I'm double checking over with Reaper. We are. Is he already live? Am I missing him? I think he is live. Here was looking at the wrong thread. So our friend Burpee Reaper is live. Give a quick little message there. We will live stream his live stream as we're live streaming, or was that one too many live streams in the conversation? Goldie says, hi there, Greg Dayton. Always a pleasure to see you. Oh, I think I read that as William. Sorry, Goldie. Goldie says, hi there, CDP. William says, what if they dislike themselves the most because they weren't taught how? That's why we start with ourselves. We start with ourselves with that, with the meta, loving kindness. Meta means loving kindness. We start with ourselves and we build it up. And it's a case of faking it until we make it. We're not going to love ourselves when we start doing that if we don't already love ourselves. However, we are training ourselves. We are teaching ourselves. Love is our innate essence. And yet we've forgotten how to, one, feel it for ourselves. Two, extend it to other people, especially for the people that we dislike. So we're retraining ourselves. And it's never too old. You're never too old to retrain yourself to do that. Goldie says, yes, please, Eric McCarty. For the celebrating Greg Dayton, for the virtual Greg Dayton birthday party. Rose says, so Cuban, yes, he is live. I was just coming to say that. Well, our friend Two Cap is up. His kid is doing some LSATs. Nice. Nice to see our friends live right now. Well, if you're interested in learning meta loving kindness meditation, happy to teach you. It might be, I probably say this about every meditation technique, specifically primordial sound meditation, which is my preferred method and the one that I'm a certified teacher in. However, I've spent quite a bit of time practicing meditation because I had a hard time learning to love myself. And I thought I was extending love to other people. But you know what? If you don't have that wellspring of love within yourself that you can offer other people, then you're not truly loving anyone else. You're only dealing with the concept of love. And we need to take love from the arena of concept to the actuality of sharing it, extending it, as that's the only thing we're supposed to be doing. Are we supposed to work? Are we supposed to do this? Are we supposed to do that? We're not supposed to do any of that. We can. I'm not saying that we shouldn't. However, what we're supposed to do is exist and extend ourselves in love. And the reason for that is because we exist, and we exist as love. Greg says hello, Eric. Cody says yes to the birthday celebration. Definitely. Greg says, Sister Cody, very nice to chat with you again. I hope your family is well. Thomas's sun is all over those parallel bars. So, and anyone else, if they're ever interested in learning the metta meditation, just let me know. Again, metta means loving kindness, or mantra-based primordial sound meditation. Roy says, I had to grab a laptop. Too many streams to try to have open on my phone. Well, hey, you guys can put up Reaper. I'm live all the time. So, and I'm just here sitting in an office talking. Guys, if you want to see some high quality reps and have a good conversation and probably listen to some really good music, Reaper's your man. If you want to watch Thomas have fun with his kid, which is a really fun thing to see, then let's do that as well. Let's see. Goldie says, yes, Brother Greg, my family is great, each in their own way. Yesterday I had the pleasure to spend the day at the pool with my baby brother, 14 years my junior. Last time we were in the same city was a year ago. Nice. Did he come into town just for a visit, or visit and business to take care of, or? My sister literally lives across the street from me, and I see her maybe twice a year. I ran into her down at the pond as I was walking like a month or so ago, 2 months ago. It was the last time I saw her. With my grandnephew, my niece's son. I feel entirely too young to have a grandnephew. Chris Crable is here. Chris, how are you? Appreciate you stopping by. What's new with you, Chris? I was just talking about Buddhist meditation. Chris is doing awesome. Nice. Cody says he came to Romania for his vacation from work in Holland. Nice. William says, oh, well, that's quite something, Goldie. Being able to enjoy the time with family is important. And very similarly, Yogi, I'm actually watching my sister's house and dogs while she is taking family on vacation. Nice. Goldie says, hi there, Chris. Chris says, how are you, Eric? I'm doing good, Chris. I've made some changes to my burpee routines. I'm doing a little extra body weight stuff. Um, besides just the burpees, I always did throw them in, but now I'm sort of prioritizing those and using burpees as a finisher afterwards. So a little shorter sessions, just something different. Very similar to what you do sometimes with your pull-ups and the dips. My wife says vacation. Yep, had 3 other siblings and more immediate family. They will spend no time on me. Yeah, I live with my brother. We both inherited a house from my father. As um, decided, we both love live in this area. It worked out this way, but man, I'd see him maybe every couple of days, just different hours. Chris says, hi, welcome with Goldie. Goldie says, and he's coming over for Sunday lunch. Nice, and I'm going to spoil him rotten. Oh, I bet you will. William says, I'm happy for him, and you both. Thank you, William. Chris says, that's awesome. It creates balance, I believe. Yeah, I agree. The one thing I'm not doing a whole lot of, though, is squats. Either squat chaser or goblet squats, because I had messed up my back. Man, last October, it'll be a year. It is finally starting to heal. Didn't miss a workout, but squats, even just bodyweight squats, seem to aggravate it. And also, I do a lot of squat motions in my warm-ups, in my yoga practice, in Qigong. So I figured I got it covered. Once my back is back up to 100%, I want to add in goblet squats. If not, barbell squats. We'll see. I'd love to get a trap bar and add in some trap bar deadlifts. Goldie says on the 2nd out of 4, he is the 4th. He's the baby. William says, oh, Chris, welcome. How you doing? Chris says hi to William. Goldie says, 1 and 3 are just like your siblings. They will call if they need something. Absolutely. Chris says he's doing great. Hopes the same for William. William says, you have a favorite treat from childhood you will surprise him with? Good question. Goldie says, Eric McCarty, he asked for my mashed potatoes, Goldie's famous mashed potatoes, and is giving me a stern warning not to go there. I have let my feelings be known about mashed potatoes one time too often. And now I keep them to myself. My friendship with Goldie is more important than my relationship with mashed potatoes. Chris says, sorry to hear that, Eric. It is lower back. Lower back on my left side. I heard it in 1990, deadlifting. And I was training for a powerlifting competition. At the time, I was deadlifting in the mid 400s. And I actually injured it on a warm-up set with 225 pounds. It took me a year to be able to back squat I was able to do front squats. I couldn't do back squats. I couldn't do standing overhead presses, which I absolutely love to do. I couldn't do standing curls for probably almost a year. And then it healed up every once in a while. If I did something and wasn't mindful of the movement, my back would be tweaked for a couple days. But it would always return back. I even had it tweak in some long races, 50 milers, 24-hour races, but was able to see the race through because it would always sort of fall back into place. I was doing some strenuous yoga postures because I was exploring energy postures of opening up the chakras. So very intense back bends. My back was sore, and it was sore doing burpees. I wasn't as mindful as I should have been, and I did something stupid as a joke in front of Mocha. Two cars were parked too close to me to get into my car, and she said, "Let me go in the back, the hatch, and I'll open it." And I said, "No, I will use my yogic powers to slide in one joint at a time." And I started to, and my back spasmed, and for, again, almost a year, daily pain. Which goes to show, one, I'm not nearly as funny as I think I am, and two, always be mindful of your movements. Don't take anything for granted. If you soar in an unusual way, then you are on the verge of something bad happening if you don't do something about it, if you don't take an easy day, or even take a day off. Chris says, "Well, injuries are the pits. I'm happy you are the men." Thank you, Chris. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. Bob says, "Yes, thank you. I figured nothing out, but I am enabling myself to not dismiss the thought. Just isn't even riding the tracks anymore." Nice. William, I think you might really enjoy doing the meta meditation. Goldie says, "It's busy on the YouTube streets today." Yes, it is. Is Two Cap still alive? He is. And our friend Reaper is still up, getting in the reps. William says, "What is wrong with mashed potatoes? I need this video." I will not go into it today. There's actually nothing wrong with mashed potatoes. There's something wrong with me and mashed potatoes. Goldie says, "But I love the face you make every time you read Don't Go There." I'm gonna have to look in. I'm gonna have to check in the camera next time. It's probably a look of trepidation. How close do I get to the topic before I need to run away, before I need to back out of it? William says, "Yes, it is, Goldie. It's nice that everyone is active. Active, though, gives me optimism." Nice. William says, "That sounds kind of like nerve pain." Yeah, it could be. I went to a chiropractor a long time ago, never went back. Because I could always sort of heal it by myself. This was the first time I actually had doubts. And it's not healed yet. I still feel it, but I'm going to say 80% better. I had to taper my yoga routine, which I really, really dislike doing. But now I've been adding things back in. I'm almost back up. Get a very, very happy routine that I love. Twice a day yoga. So, hey, in a way, the injury helped me come to the sequence that I'm using now. Goldie says, William Hart, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Um, you can stop and smell the roses, or you can just walk past them as they were common grass. Nice you said, Goldie. Cringing with psychological pain right now. Ouch, Yogi. Yeah, it wasn't fun. But you know what? Again, it was just. Sometimes I think that it is what it is an overused expression. However, it sums up exactly how things are. It is what it is. It gave me an opportunity to work through issues with my body, um, to express my yoga in a different way, to offer myself loving kindness, to review the fact that, hey, man, I'm 59. I can't get away with all the stuff that I used to be able to get with, even at the age of 55. I can still get away with a whole lot of stuff, though. So it's a good reminder, don't. Don't try to see how much you can get away with. Don't try to do that when you're 40, because there's no need to. Always think in terms of restorative, because what you do at 40, hey, in 1990, when I hurt my back, I was 25 years old. And I'm still paying for it now. What you do when you're 20, what you do when you're 25, 30, 40 is going to have a consequence later. So why not make it a good consequence? Where says, yes, Goldie, it's a great release. And Goldie says, so if you look around, you always find things to be grateful for. Absolutely. Gratitude is one of the great, maybe the greatest game changers of them all. Rumor says mashed potatoes have many factors as to why they could not be liked. Most people I know want soft, creamy mashed potatoes without lumps, and there are too many ways to make it a truly comfort dish. And that's the way it is with Goldie. It is a comfort dish for her. So I do not intrude upon the comfort of anyone. Not even my own. When I find something that brings me comfort, I don't question it. I just enjoy the fact that it does. Rob says, when you know how people like it. Goldie says, nope, the half smile on your face, that brings me joy. Hence, I always type it. Well, I'm glad that I'm glad that brings you joy. Which the very thought of that actually fills me with joy. Let's see. William says, what is your number one comfort dish, Yogi? That's a good thought. I don't know as I have a comfort dish any longer. So my relationship with food has taken a drastic change for many, many different reasons. Oh, you know what? It's an easy question. Sorry. Here I am giving it thought like it's the most important question in the world. It's pancakes. Closely followed by oatmeal. Oatmeal is a great comfort food. It's filling, sustainable. You can put in any type of berry you want, any type of fruit that you want. I use a little bit of preserves. I put in a little bit of extra cinnamon. If you want, you can throw in some honey, or you can throw in some molasses. You can throw in some syrup if you want to. I don't, but you could. Vincent's here. Vincent says, hey, everyone. Lord of Spice, how are you? Everyone says, hello, Horror of Spice. My cat's meowing at me. So don't forget to check out William Downey's new shorts. Not the shorts that he might be wearing. Check out the shorts that he put up on YouTube. see. Vincent says, hey to William. And William says, oatmeal is extremely versatile. Love it with fruit. Me too. It's my favorite way. Um, most every day I have it with a little bit of flaxseed, walnuts. Walnuts are a great source of omega-3s. It is omega-3s, right? Or is it omega-6s? I'm pretty sure it's omega-3s. So it's a great brain food. Excellent way too, if you are worried about dementia, Alzheimer's, anything that you might possibly be at risk for. And who's to know what we're at risk for now? So eat like you might be. Eat like you might be having the chance of having Alzheimer's, and then you have a greater chance of preventing it. So walnuts, I put in, depending on the time of day, 1 or 2 bananas, and I top it off with either blueberries or chopped up strawberries, frozen, because I like that contrast of the hotness. Hey, Mrs. Whore of Spices here. This is a definite treat and an honor. This is Becky. Becky is Mrs. Whore of Spice. And I absolutely love watching Becky and Vincent sit on their couch and review a movie, sometimes a bud of choice, and a beer. It's just a great way to spend some time. It's like you're stop by a friend's house and they invite you in to sit on the couch and, hey, we're watching the movie. What do you think of it? Let's see. Vincent's a little under the weather. Hey, I'm sorry to hear that. William says, little cinnamon fruit, a nice simple win. Yep, exactly. That's why it's maybe oatmeal might be the ultimate comfort food. You can get instant oatmeal, still good, and it's ready in 2 minutes in the microwave. If you cook it with boiling water, then it takes 10 minutes. Simple, as William said, versatile, and you can just do so much with it. I'm going to take this opportunity to subscribe to Mrs. Whore of Spice. It's because I like having that connection. Cuban Crisis says, here we go. William says, I'm sorry to read that you're unwell. Hope you feel recovered in short time. And hello to Becky. Cuban Crisis says, what is the most authentic sect of Hindu religion? The only Hindus I've spoke to were Hare Krishnas, and I'm sure their perspective will be different amongst those that practice Hinduism. It is. I would almost say that the Hare Krishna, the ice car, the international, is a sect within Hinduism. Maybe some Hindus might not even consider it fully, although obviously Krishna is a Hindu deity. More so, before there was such a thing as Hinduism, there was yoga. I don't know if there is an authentic, and by I don't know, I'm not saying like just my opinion. Me, personally, I don't know who am I to say what's more authentic than the other. The Hare Krishna movement started in the late 60s, early 70s. Those devoted to Krishna himself have been around forever. Bhagavad Gita is, 3,000 years old? And he's a central figure, the central figure in the Bhagavad Gita. My own personal mantra invokes Hare Rama, and Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. For me, Vedanta, study of the Vedas, which is the, I believe, probably the original. Before Hinduism itself was organized into anything, there was yoga and the Vedas. So Vedic and yogic, my thoughts. Obviously, a Hindu scholar or a religious scholar, is going to have a different view. But for me, yoga's always been around, rediscovered and rediscovered. It was incorporated into Hinduism. But again, before Hinduism, there was a yogi in the lotus posture, sitting under the stars and absorbing the energy of the universe itself. Roy says, Cuban, I have not the slightest clue, but I'm wildly intrigued now. Is that your next video? No problem for the typos. As I mention all the time, I speak in typos. Typos is actually probably my original language. It's typos, English, probably in that order. And Jacob is back. Jacob is dropping the link for Chris. Thank you, Jacob. Vincent said I had a churro flavored iced coffee yesterday, creamy and sweet. Nice. I have my 1 cup of black coffee every day, and that really is a treat for me. I enjoy that coffee so much. Instant coffee, but it's organic. I get it from Sprouts Market, sometimes Trader Joe's. Cuban says, William, down the line, right now my channel is depressing, as I was told. I don't find it depressing at all. You're opening up the world, different ways, different views. Someone's always got your opinion. Someone always has their opinion on our content, on our channels, on our appearance, on whether or not we are too old to have an earring. Someone always has an opinion. Greg says, Goldie, you're very lucky to have family. I haven't had a family in a very long time, but life can suck sometimes. Man, I can't disagree with that, Greg. Sometimes it certainly feels that way. Mrs. Horror Spice says, thanks. You're welcome, my friend. I'm so happy you stopped by to say hi. It's great to meet you. Cuban Chrysler says, interesting. I never knew yoga existed prior to Hinduism. That's very interesting. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, yoga in and of itself is timeless. The ancient sages and rishis say that yoga has been discovered and rediscovered to infinity. Never ceases. Always appears when we most need it. Thank you for dropping the links, Jacob. Reaper says, well, that was easy. We had you up. What'd you finish off with? Was it easy, or did you just make it look easy? That's the big difference. Reaper gets 1,000 reps and says, well, that was easy. But 1,000 reps is always going to be hard. The difference is Reaper makes it look easy. Makes it look good. He makes it look easy. Warren says, Greg, I hope you're doing well. That is unfortunate to read, and I'm sorry you have gone through that. You're not alone here. At least we are live at least near 3 times a day. 3 times a day, every day, the same time. There might be a day, might be on the 15th, when I'm not going to go live for the last live stream, which will break a long streak. Because I got to go to DMV. My car, the registration ended. I don't have insurance. Big, unfortunate series of events. Again, it was a car that I inherited. But I think we got it figured out now, and I should have it back on the road. Should be nice to be mobile. I don't miss driving, as I dislike driving. William says, hello, Mir. Did I miss Mir? I missed Rosemary. Sorry, Rosemary. I apologize. Rosemary says, hi. Hello, my friend. I missed a bunch of stuff. Sorry. Mrs. Horror of Space says, I'm getting most of my teeth pulled soon to prepare for dentures. My sister, due to Crohn's disease, had all of her teeth removed, um, and got a really nice set of dentures, and it looks wonderful. Um, I hope it goes smooth and seamless for you, Becky. Mira, my friend, how are you? I'm sorry I missed you up above. Mira says, "Hey, Sir Yogi, and beautiful people there." Mira, my friend, how are you? Cuba Crisis says, "Understood. My ex was a Hare Krishna when we met. She wasn't initiated. I went to the Brooklyn Temple, Central New Jersey Temple. I have mixed feelings with the convos I've had with initiates. Like anything else, man, when it became a movement, it lost some of the purity, some of the spontaneity of just breaking out in chanting and worship to Krishna. Krishna being one of my favorite blue gods. Um, I love the movement. I even considered at one time. However, because it's Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga being the yoga of devotion, and there are no more devoted people than Hare Krishnas, again, who spend hours chanting in devotion. But you also blacken off a large portion of your life. If it's truly, truly spontaneous, let it be spontaneous in whatever way it comes, without it, um, without it having to be organized at all time. It's a funny thing for me to say, as my day is very regimented. However, it feels spontaneous to me. When I wake up in the morning, it's not, oh man, I got to do yoga again. I got to meditate again. I wake up and the first thought is, I get to do this. I get to do the one thing that I most want to do right now. That's what I mean, that it might be regimented, but it's a spontaneous regimen. Rhea says, William, I'm good, bro. Thanks for asking. William says, welcome, Lewis. And you put it in all the work and make it easy. Don't devalue your dedication. It's admirable and appreciated. Rhea says, hey to Goldie. Goldie can't type right now. 300 burpees and 42 push-ups for the likes. Man, 42 likes. Well done, Lewis. Yep, you said today was 300. I stuck with the 3 pumps for the day. He did, what did I do? 100 and, I think I broke 130 3 pumps in 20 minutes. Rose says, I missed Rosemary Rory. I apologize. I missed you too. So, yep, I definitely apologize. Cuban Crisis says, same time, same bat channel. Yep, every day. Again, it's also something that feels very spontaneous to me. Got everyone saying hi. Cuban Crisis says, I like the half lion, half man avatar. Roy says, my father got dentures, could not enjoy it more. It was a massive improvement for him. Not being able to eat more solid foods, less mouth pain, and general feeling comfortable with teeth. Yeah, it does make a huge difference, doesn't it? We take the absence of mouth pain for granted. I mentioned before, I have a misaligned jaw that has caused arthritis on the left side of my jaw, and it is a daily discomfort. Wouldn't mind getting it fixed. I don't see that happening anytime soon, as it's a complicated way. I might try something else. I might try chiropractic for my jaw. Basically, I'm on the suck it up and don't complain plan of action. Where it says was a massive positive win for him. Nice. Cuban Crisis says, I would love to learn Tai Chi or yoga. Um, yeah, both are very, very valuable. Tai Chi and its sister science, Qigong, uh, and yoga are all working with the natural energetic centers of the body, as well as the energy of the universe, of which we are intimately linked. Yoga itself, though, is the asanas, the poses, are just a small, small little aspect of yoga. It is, there's 4 traditional schools of yoga, and one of the schools, Raja Yoga, which means royal yoga, is the eightfold path of yoga. There's 8 aspects, and it starts with the ethical foundations, which is the entire purpose of yoga, as it says in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, is to cease the fluctuating thoughts within the mind so that we reach a point of stillness so that we realize God within. So we could say yoga is a path towards God. It's self-realization path, because we're not discovering an outer source of God, we are rediscovering God as our own source of beingness itself. Greg says, thank you to William Hart. Cuba Crisis says, Lord, sometimes I forget his name. Oh, the half lion, half man avatar. Half lion, half man. Yeah, who is that? I'm going to have to look that up. There we go. Nasrangandav. I mess it up too. The only thing worse than my Sanskrit is my English. Cuban Crisis says you should do a lecture on the subject. I actually have. I have in live streams whenever it comes up. And originally in my live streams, that's almost all I talked about. And then I've also given some little other videos spaced throughout. I think I have them up on a playlist. Always happy to talk about it. Whenever people say, so you're a yoga teacher, one of the things I always like pointing out is the reason why I have the title Just a Yogi is I'm not a yoga master. I'm a yoga practitioner. It's my lifestyle. I practice yoga as a way of life, as a way of existence. But I am by no means putting myself, I'm just a yogi, not a special yogi, not even a especially informed yogi. I know, and I'm always open to learning more. But the yoga that I teach is the what's called the yamas and the niyamas. That's the ethical restraints and the personal observances, as well as pranayama. I teach breath work, and I'm a meditation instructor. As well, I am a 200-hour certified asana coach, which includes also philosophy. But the 200 hours, that's the low. That's low. You can get all the way up to 1,000 hours and then continuing education. I just wanted the bare essence of it because I try to teach the entirety of the path of yoga. Always, always happy to talk about it. Cuban Crisis says, really? Okay, I have to review. Yeah, it should definitely be up there. So in just about a minute, 2 minutes, I'm going to call it an afternoon. I'll be back in about 2 hours or so. Yeah, keep in crisis. Anytime you have any questions or you want to talk more about yoga, let me know. If I don't have an answer, I'll let you know I don't have an answer, and we'll figure it out together. We'll fire up the Google machine and see what we can come up with. Um, I will refer to the literally hundreds of yoga books I have laying around, or every yoga certification that I've done online, yoga philosophy, I still have up, so I still have on my computer, so I can always dive in. Cuban Crisis says, I appreciate that. Oh, you're welcome. All right, guys. So I'll wrap it up for now. I'll be back. I'll see everyone. If you're around, if you're bored, you got nothing to do, come on back. Say hi, even if it's just for a minute. Always appreciated. Always enjoy spending time with you guys, and always enjoy the conversations. With that, I'll see everyone later. Goldie, I hope you're almost done work. Because we haven't seen you for a bit, I figured you're probably either wrapping things up, doing inventory, or things got really busy for you. I hope it's inventory and that you are almost done and you're getting ready to go home. So, guys, I'll see y'all later. Take care.